Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to dive into Lightroom. I'm going to show you how you can make your subject's eyes pop in a couple of different ways. We're just going to get straight into it, no faffing around. Let's crack on. So I've got this photo here. Now again, I've already edited this photo, much like in previous Lightroom tutorials, but I'm going to show you, it's a good example of how we can get those eyes to pop a little bit more. Now, you can overdo this. You can overdo this really, really easily, and then it starts to look very fake and not so good. But we're going to try and avoid that. So I'm going to show you two different methods for how to do it. First up, let's just zoom in. We've got the two eyes right here, as of course you would probably expect. First thing we can do is come up here to the masking panel. We can go brush here. And what I would probably do is just do a bump of exposure, a bit of clarity. We can adjust those in a second. And what I want to do is just use the mouse scroll wheel to adjust the size of the brush and just pop that right over the colored part of the eye there. I'll do it on both eyes. Now I'm doing this with a flow of about 50%, which is probably about right, but I might just bump that up to something like 75. Now the flow essentially allows you to paint on and then build up how much you're painting on something like a mask in this situation. Because with 75%, it means that I am basically painting on with 75% opacity each time I click on, but I can build up. So the lower the flow, the slower the build up, the higher the flow, the more it's just straight up applied. So let's go ahead and actually just paint that on here. And if I was to press O, you would be able to see the actual mask. Now I could tidy that up a little bit if I want to. I could hold Alt. I could actually just then hold Alt and just get rid of any mask that spills outside of the eye. Let's just hold space and zoom out, and we're going to just adjust the actual properties of this mask. So I'm going to bring the exposure up a little bit, the clarity, I might even bring the dehaze up a little bit, and I'm probably going to bring the saturation up a touch as well. Now, we've not made a huge amount of difference there, but if I was to turn all the masks off and then back on, if you have a look at that, we've just added a bit of exposure, a bit of clarity. It's really just brighten those eyes a little bit without going too far. So I think that looks pretty good. Let's delete that mask though, because I'm going to show you another way that we can do that. We can still come up to the masking panel here, and you'll see that Lightroom has identified all the people in the scene. So let's go ahead and click person 1, which of course is our subject here. There's only one person here. And it allows us to mask out different parts of our subject. And in this case, I want to click iris and pupil, which is going to mask out that individual bit right there. So if you don't want to use the brush to do that, or if it's just a bit tricky, if it's a bit of a tricky one, Lightroom can actually do it for you and does a really good job. And we can go ahead and click create mask. Now exactly the same as before, let's bring that exposure up, let's bring the clarity up, maybe the dehaze and the saturation. And again, if we would turn that off and on, you can see it's making a nice bit of difference. Essentially, the end result is the same, but just two different ways of doing it. And that can be quite a quick and easy way of affecting someone's eyes like that. And I really like that. And that's essentially it. It's a very quick tip. But there's two ways to affect the eyes there. One is with the brush, which is kind of how we always used to have to do it. But now Lightroom have added this new way of masking that. It's very, very easy to go in and do that. And just a little exposure, clarity, and then playing with the saturation can work wonders for bringing out the eyes. Like I say, you want to be careful not to overdo it. It wants to be a reasonably subtle technique, but otherwise this can be a great addition to your portrait editing. Now, of course, don't forget to check out links in the description for all the stuff used for these photos, for this video, all that stuff. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. But until then, as always, thanks for watching.